Well, good evening there, and welcome to issue number 46. And this issue is all about the Libra horse. As you can see through the caption earlier, those are the dates you have to be in this Eastern and Western combination. Right, let's start right at the beginning then. The Libra horse as a child, a very bright and a very likeable child. Teachers will adore this child. As I say, they aren't a problem, very clever and very easy going. There's a nice gentle sort of adaptability about this child. They don't mind what task they're set, they just get on with it, have a very good sense of humour as well, and they're quite good at cheering others up as to boot. So they are a very good child to have in the classroom. Keeps everyone ticking and gets things done. Where the horse can, shall we say, be a little bit scatty and a little bit over energetic as a child, running about, maybe lacking that little bit of concentration, even though they're very bright children. Sometimes they love to rush about and just be sort of like a box of tricks. The Libra calms that all down and adds a lovely balance to the horse and gives it a little bit of the depth that it does need in this situation of just being quiet at times and taking in information, and taking that little bit of time, which I like to see the horse do, and reflect a little bit. And then they've got so much more scope then, their concentration levels are better, and also, as I say, it allows the scope for their brightness to shine through, because as I say, sometimes a horse may get a little overlooked because they are a little bit, not a problem child, but sometimes a little bit difficult to control because they're so buzzing here and there, and they might be rushing over to that desk, or they might be chatting a bit too much. So this is a great balance, and if we take that through, into the teenage years, exactly the same. Will be looked upon very fondly by their friends in class. They're not a troublemaker. They're a good listener, actually. They're a good talker. All horses are, but the Libra horse is a very good listener as well. So they've got a really good balance, and they're looked upon, as I say, kindly by teachers and by class friends as well, and don't tend to make enemies, can sail through really, and just in a nice, atmospheric way. Boom, they've done the job, they've done what they need to do. When they get into their early 20s, whereas I've said that they've got better concentration levels, they're a bit more an even keel, whereas a horse can be quite unpredictable, prone to spending sprees of really selfish magnitudes. The horse can do that. I mean, if they've got a luxury habit or a luxury obsession or hobby, they won't think about blowing all their month's money in a day, and then worrying about it the following day, going, oh dear, what have I done? Well, the Libra balances out the money situation, and they will be able to survive in the early days on a monthly salary, because that balance, they think, no, the chances are I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to need a few quid. So they're quite good at that, and it does calm the horses' sometimes very erratic, spur of the moment decisions to possibly go and book a holiday, or sometimes they do things without the initial means and then worry about it a couple of days later and think, oh dear, I shouldn't have done that. But as I say, the Libra calms that all down and smooths the path for the Libra horse of work. But one issue that does arise is, for all the balance that it gives the unpredictable horse, there's still a tendency, and this can happen on the quite rare occasions, but there can happen, of a really flaming, fiery temper to just, boom, come from nowhere, and all of a sudden people around thinking, crikey, what's happened there? It tends to be if the Libra horse is gone a bit quiet, because as I said before, although they're good listeners, they do like to back and forth, they will like to talk. Something will be manifesting, whatever problem that may be, and boom, they can take it out on the wrong people, and people who aren't to blame, and it is a fiery temper, and people think, well, what's happened to that charming, balanced person? All of a sudden they've gone a bit crazy. It's one thing that the Libra can't help the horse with, and in fact accentuates it, because in that need to keep the balance all the time. When the scales do tilt, they tilt big time, and they can take it out on close friends and even family, and they really regret this, but they sometimes don't even know where it comes from themselves. So I tend to think it comes from when they've gone into a bit of a quiet mode, when they may not have seen themselves for a day or two, overly quiet, and as I say, not talking. They're not an insular person, so the signs are quite hard to find, but that little bit if they're in company where they're normally bouncing back and forth, they're a little bit sort of slight air of slight air of detachment, and that may be the signs of that. There's a bit of a problem going on, and boom. When it clears, there will be no one sorry than the Libra horse, because, as I say, they're not a conflict combination, and they're quite a decent leader, but this tends to stop them doing or reaching their ultimate goals in their workplace, because of this temper, because of this occasional thing that may put the hierarchy off of putting them in a real top position, which I think they do deserve, because the Libra makes a really good boss. They've got balance there, they know how to graft, so does the horse. I mean, the horse is a good worker as well, so that's a little bit of a raw deal, but maybe watch when that temper's coming along, find a sign, and find them early in your compatibility that you can talk to at home about maybe a problem that's deep set, and find this person early. Libra horses are much better when they're settling down late teens, early 20s, because they're not promiscuous whatsoever. They do look to have that one big love. If they are unlucky, they will go again, but they're a one person romance, so they're not into, I'll spread it about a bit and just see which one comes off. They do, they go into it wholeheartedly. As I say, the selfishness sometimes of the horse is tempered, so you're going to get quite a generous sign here, and as I say, somebody you can talk to, and someone who's going to listen to you as well. Someone really will take your problems on and do their best to help. So they need to find this person early, so they need to be looking for the tiger of Aquarius, of Gemini, of Leo and Sagittarius. Tigers with that loyalty as well. I mean, when the tiger, they've gotten out of that promiscuous very early days, there is a loyalty. They do look for that one true love, and they're going to find it with the horse, and very soothing and balanced for this Libra horse. They get the balance back with the tiger, who again will listen, and they will achieve a lot together, because they will be in a solid foundation financially. They will be maybe a little bit extravagant at times, but there will always be money available, because they're very capable, and it's a very good mental stimulating partnership. That also dogs, you need the dogs again for their balanced look at life. Maybe slightly pessimistic for the horse, but they do balance up so lovely, where the horse and say, let's go for it, and the dog will say, come on, let's think a little bit. And I like the way they get the horses thinking. I love the way they get them thinking and sort of, you know, looking a little bit deeper. So again, let's go with the Aquarius dog, the Gemini dog, the Leo dog, and the Sagittarius dog. What we don't want to find with any horses, and especially Libra horses, is any rats. That is a real conflict of interest there. It just doesn't work, and you will see the temper come out in the horse, and also you will find that vicious side that the rat does hide, and the vehement tongue, that will be coming out, and so they really will have some monumental battles. So really steer clear of each other. And I think, you know, if we get hold of this early Libra horse, there's loads of things ahead of you. Get into that relationship as early as possible, get settled, get that part of your life concrete, and work on this temper issue a bit later on, you know, and talk to that partner, get talking about some deep-seated stuff, you know, and I think all will be very well and very rosy. Thank you very much for listening in, and please tune in for the next episode.